Drake is in a new battle, but this one isn't with a rapper. It's with the label he's been signed to his whole career, Universal Music Group, and Spotify and iHeartRadio. The Canadian hip-hop superstar has filed legal action in New York, accusing music conglomerate UMG and streaming service Spotify of conspiring to artificially inflate Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us numbers by means of bots and payola. To be clear, Drake is not going at Kendrick in the legal action. K-Dot is also not legally accused of any wrongdoing. Drake's company, Frozen Moments LLC, filed a pre-action petition in New York Supreme Court on November 25th, which accuses UMG of violating the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, the New York Deceptive Business Act, and the New York False Advertising Act. In 2022, Drake signed a deal with UMG reportedly worth $400 million. At the time, the deal with the music giant encompassed recordings, publishing, merchandise, and visual media projects. However, the relationship has seemed to have hit some rough patches, with Drake calling out CEO Lucian Grange on multiple occasions on Wax, including the For All the Dogs song Away From Home last year. Who the CEO of Universal? They mistaken, cause Google's saying Lucian, but that just doesn't make sense. Who filling up the piggy bank? Who bringing home the bacon? This shit don't come on vinyl. I'm still record breaking. Drake still releases music through his own label OVO, which is under exclusive license to Republic Records, a division of UMG. Kendrick Lamar is also connected to UMG, being that he releases his music through PG Lang through exclusive license to UMG subsidiary Interscope Records. Drizzy's company has not officially filed a lawsuit yet, but the accusations are damning nonetheless. The pre-action petition is filed in order to gather information for a potential lawsuit. Here's a breakdown of the shocking allegations against UMG and Spotify. The pre-action petition claims Spotify launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves with Not Like Us in order to ensure the song went viral by means of bots, pay-to-play agreements, and false advertising. UMG charged Spotify a 30% lower licensing rate in exchange for Spotify recommending the song to users who are searching for unrelated content. Neither company disclosed this licensing agreement. UMG, through Interscope, paid third parties to use software programs, bots, to inflate Not Like Us and trick consumers into believing the song was more popular than it actually was. An unknown individual revealed on a DJ Academics live stream that Kendrick's label paid him $2,500 via a third party to help jumpstart the song's campaign with bots. This individual claims they were offered another $2,500 and a percentage of the song's sales. UMG hired third parties to inflate the numbers of the Not Like Us music video with bots. UMG paid Apple Incorporated to have Siri purposely misdirect users to Not Like Us when they asked the digital assistant to pull up Drake's Certified Lover Boy album. UMG engaged in payola with independent radio promoters who forwarded the funds to radio stations and radio employees to play Not Like Us. UMG paid the NFR podcast, a popular X account and YouTube account, to promote the single without disclosing payment. In an unprecedented move, UMG removed the Not Like Us copyright restrictions on YouTube and Twitch in order to incentivize influencers to spread the song. UMG's scheme was allegedly motivated by the desire of executives at Interscope to maximize their own profits. UMG executives reportedly have an annual incentive program pursuant to which they're rewarded for meeting and surpassing sales and profit projections, among other metrics. The example cited is that the annual incentive or bonus of Interscope's CEO, John Janik, is based 90% on the financial success of Interscope and only 10% on the financial success of UMG generally. Interscope is where Kendrick Lamar is signed. UMG terminated employees who had an affiliation and loyalty to Drake. UMG refused to engage in negotiations after Drake notified them of the economic harm the song was having on his image and instead suggested he take legal action against Kendrick Lamar. The company threatened to take legal action against Kendrick Lamar if Drake sued them. Drake believes he has a cause for a civil RICO case because of the alleged predicate acts of wire fraud, mail fraud, and/or bribery for UMG's payments to unknown third parties in the form of reduced licensing fees to Spotify. UMG has released a statement to XXL regarding the accusations. The suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotional campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans choose the music they want to hear. Drake's legal team also filed a second action on November 26th. This time, taking aim at UMG for defamation and accusing the company of funneling payments to iHeartRadio in a pay-to-play scheme to promote Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us on radio, according to Billboard. Here are the biggest takeaways from the second legal action. Drake's lawyers accuse UMG of defamation and claim the music giant could have stopped the release of Not Like Us because of it falsely accusing him of being a sex offender. Drizzy's lawyers say UMG knew that Kendrick's song falsely accused Drake of being a certified pedophile and predator, but the music company decided to still release Not Like Us. UMG could have refused to release or distribute the song or required the offending material to be edited or removed. Further allegations include UMG designing, financing, and executing a plan to turn Not Like Us into a viral hit with the intent of using the defamatory content to harm Drake and his businesses. This would lead to consumer hysteria and massive revenues. The claims are that this plan succeeded beyond UMG's wildest expectations. The legal filing is also a pre-petition, not a lawsuit, to obtain more information that might support Drake's accusations in a future lawsuit. Drake's lawyers say they already have enough evidence to pursue a claim for defamation against UMG, but that they might also tack on claims of civil fraud and racketeering based on what they discover on the depositions. Kendrick is also not named in this legal action as far as any legal wrongdoing. According to Drake's lawyers, they have enough evidence to go after UMG to pursue a claim for defamation. There may also be claims of civil fraud and racketeering based on depositions from employees at UMG and iHeartRadio. Both of Drake's legal filings are unprecedented moves in a music industry that has long been saturated with accusations of payola and illegal inner dealings to take an artist's music to new heights. While it remains to be seen if any of these claims will result in a lawsuit, Drake putting the alleged tactics used by UMG, Spotify, and iHeart on Front Street possibly brings him a step closer to repairing some of the damage he believes was done to his reputation after Not Like Us dropped. One thing's for certain, the Super Bowl 2025 halftime show is gonna be wild. Visit the XXL store to buy merch, hit subscribe to see more videos from XXL.